welcome to the podcast. We talk about random stuff that's affecting our lives. I'm Tajlyn. This is
Casandra here.
Yes. And today we're going to be talking about
Composting toilets.
Yes, composting toilets.
Have any of you used a composting toilet before? Oh my god, there goes my voice already. Oh.
We got a few questions that we came up with. So
Yep, then we're going to play a few songs
Yeah, let's give it
to
started.
go. Yeah, so the first question, what is a composting toilet?
Well, for those of you who don't know, a composting toilet is basically a toilet that doesn't use any type of plumbing. Unless it's a hybrid. So you basically just do your business in the toilet and you cover it up with organic material, whether it be wood ash, some type of
Wood shavings, cocoa
or-
cord.
yeah. And then it turns the manure into soil that can be used for, planting or just giving back to the earth.
Yes. So basically there's usually no water involved, little to no water involved, and you're not sending your poop and your pee into the sewage system or onto the ground of the earth. Well, I mean, you pee on the ground. I mean, it's always been a normal thing for guys to pee, like even in the city, like to pee outside of a toilet area. And then as a girl, it was not okay to do that. I would always have to find a toilet until eventually, you're out at a party. Usually it was a party setting out in the woods outside of the city. I remember when we were in California and I was used to peeing outside and we were at somebody's house at the, I think it was a Boom Sexy event.
Oh, yeah.
And so, we weren't going into the main house and they didn't have a bathroom that I was aware of. So I just peed off the side of the driveway in the grass. And of course, right as the timing lined up, headlights turn on because somebody was getting ready to leave the party. I think naturally we all kind of know the whole peeing out in the grass thing.
Yeah, my first time peeing outdoors was when we were
Kayaking, right?
No, it was when we were in California when I first moved with you guys. We were by the ocean on this big rock trail. And
Oh, that time. I'm thinking
Yeah.
of when up at Stumpy's. Okay.
no.
So before that.
Yeah, it was on the ocean. Oh wow, my first time peeing outside was on the ocean. And I said, I really have to go. He said, who's this outdoorsy dude? Just just go.
Yeah, just go pee.
And I was like, really? It's like, what if somebody sees me, So then I found a slope, and then that's when you learn the different ways, because when you pee outside, the way of the land affects if you're going to pee on yourself through rolling or what you pee on too. Because if you pee directly on a sand or dirt, you're gonna get backsplashed. And you're just gonna get
or on a rock.
all up on your clothes. So it kind of defeats the purpose.
Yes.
Yeah. So I did it, and I was like, wow. And then doors open from there. No, it's weird just to pee inside. You get to the point where, say we're at a park, and you really gotta go, but it's not, appropriate to pee outside. There's so many spots I could go right now.
Yeah.
And why is your bathroom locked at the park? Yeah.
It's only unlocked during when the pool's open. That's when they unlock. This is our local park here where we're at now.
That's only 3 months out of the year, though.
Yeah, they only keep it open in the summertime, or if there's an event going on, like a city event, they'll unlock the toilets.
Which is usually in the summertime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got me. So we're not necessarily talking about compost toilets at the
Yeah.
moment. It's more about usually there's many times amongst, at least as a female, where you got to go pee and there's not a place to pee. I'm recalling the time at Kroger's back in Ohio. I got done with my grocery shopping. It was raining out hardcore, and I get to the car and I had a skirt on. I couldn't hold it, and I just peed all over. It
just blended in with your environment.
It's not, yeah. So as embarrassing as that was, I don't think anyone really noticed, or if they did, they didn't say anything. It's not the greatest thing. I don't encourage to just randomly allow your bowels to go.
No.
So there's that. Definitely work on the Kegels and the. So basically, there's There's different types of composting toilets. We started using a composting toilet. The first time I ever used one was the winter of 2014 when I was up in Washington. Had a buddy at the time had a 5-gallon bucket outside, gorgeous view, and then you just add some pine shavings, and then eventually that went in. I'm not sure where he had his. I feel like he had a shit pile.
Yeah, an actual pile.
He had an actual pile of shit. So there's.
There's good ways and
there's good ways and not so good ways. Yeah. But we all have the stuff coming out of us, and how do we maintain that? I think the main thing I remember learning as a kid, I watched a lot of television. As watching PBS, they would show a lot of how we handle waste and sewage, and even as a teenager, I started watching Jackass, and they do things with sewage, and it's kind of like, oh, that's how they're handling our pee and poop.
Yeah.
So composting toilets, something that's been around for a long time. You think of the outhouse as a similar concept. I talked to Grandma a year or so ago, and she was telling us their outhouse, they would have like a sewage guy come and a septic guy come and take out the sewage. So it gets me thinking, okay, prior to probably the 60s, was that outhouse more of like a compost toilet where it's a big hole and they're adding a medium and they're, mostly pooping in there, because when you start adding pee and poop together, that's when it doesn't balance out so much. So if you get too wet of poop, it becomes a sludge instead of a nice soil. Things we were learning. So like by a few months after that first use of a compost toilet, my first husband and I had come and got a 50-gallon horse feed bin that was empty. Those were like $25 at the time, and then we buried that into the ground, and then take a shit in there, add some cocoa coir. That was our medium of choice. And by the time, after a few months when we had to move, we got through it, and it was actually becoming a really nice soil. So I see the benefits of it.
I don't remember, were you guys using just hovering straight over? Did you have a toilet seat on it? Or did you build like a...
We had, I think we took that clear blue seat I had.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah, my first apartment or something I bought, I'm always buying artsy stuff, so the toilet seat I bought was a see-through blue acrylic toilet seat, so you could see, it was like this blue toilet seat that you could see through the lid.
Yeah, it just looked like bubbles.
Yeah, those bubbles. Yeah, I think we used that, and we put that over top of that. Yeah. So, and then since then, we've been using them pretty much consistently. There was a few times we find ourselves in the city, you gotta use a regular toilet.
Yeah.
Well, a water-based toilet, I guess you would call it, a flushing toilet.
I haven't used them, but they do exist. Ones like for people in the city who want to start composting. It's attached to your plumbing line.
Oh. So
you flush it, and I guess what happens is the waste gets compost. Yeah, and then you can use that in your composting bin or whatever.
Okay.
I think the Sea Head, or there's some of the ones you can have the plumbable option on them. I had never used one, and I've never seen one in use, but it's on their website. It shows you how to do it. I think that's more people who are in the city
that want to get into that.
Yeah, so I mean, and the benefit of that is you're not putting pretty much fecal matter into the sewage system. You're just flushing down water
and urine and stuff like that.
Yeah,
keeping the poop out.
Yeah, so you're still managing your own waste in a way with a little bit of help.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I guess that's the first step.
Yes.
Depending on where you're starting from.
Yes.
Your first step.
So the Sea Head is I think it was like $800.
I don't think it was that much.
It was pretty pricey. I remember it was pricey.
Nowadays it's probably a couple. Unless they've upgraded.
I'm
not sure.
But you're paying for the design, and it is really nice. It is. I haven't been using it because it is kind of a pain to empty if you don't stay on top of it. Because think of a 5-gallon bucket, and then with the lid on the bucket, and then this pie shape. All you have is a little pie shape to dump everything out of, instead of a whole, the whole of the 5-gallon bucket.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I'm finding myself we're about a decade since you bought that,
Yeah.
probably. So we've had it about 10 years, and it's been a really awesome toilet, and it is an approved toilet. So like when you go into areas where they don't want you to dig holes, that kind of toilet definitely is one to have. Or, I mean, I've gone to some festivals where, yeah, you could go dig a hole, but there's literally no privacy.
Yeah.
Like, I would prefer to be in a tent or in a trailer with my toilet and have privacy to go to the bathroom.
I mean, you could put one of those changing tents over the hole that you dig for your own personal camp. If you want privacy.
Yeah, I've seen people do that. That was a common thing I saw this past winter. I'm assuming they had a toilet in there, or they literally just dug a hole and then they're going in that hole.
Yeah. Squat like how they do in Eastern cultures.
Yeah.
Which it's actually better for the bowels to do it that way. Mm-hmm. That's why Western cultures, they have the poop seat thing.
I forgot what they call that.
So it helps your knees go over your hips, so the bowels can be released naturally without any tension.
I kind of feel like we could play a song at this point. So we're like blending the two now. So
which one do you want to play?
What do you feel like playing?
I'm in the D tuning, so either one.